What's up, guys? It's Reels Finance. Today we're going to talk about a very important topic. Is how to find a stock under 60 minutes. Although this is not the popular amount of time you should do while researching a company. It usually takes about a couple hours, but if you just have a free hour that you just want to find a good stock or so, these are some good ideas you should do to find a very good stock for like the right amount of information you need very quickly. So before we get started, please hit the like and subscribe button. My Instagram page is reels_finance. Please follow me on Instagram. I'll follow you guys back. So let's go through the list right now. So the first thing you should do, you should go to Google, type in IPO stocks. You should have a good idea of what you want to look for. So you want to do it in the medical field, technology field, automotive field, airlines, or whatever you want to do. Just type in IPO stocks. It will usually pop up the ones that are up and coming, kind of IPO. Usually, personally, myself, I don't buy IPO stocks right away because they're barely going public and usually they're overvalued. So me personally, I don't invest in companies right away. As soon as they IPO, I usually wait about a year or so. Then I invest. So let's pretend you guys are in the health field. You just put IPO, you look for the health companies. A whole list is gonna pop up. That's the first one. Now you guys know that these companies are IPO'd, so they're public, open for the public, so you guys can invest in this. So that's the first thing you guys should do. The second thing you guys should do is after you guys find that company and that stock symbol, you guys should go to the 10K annual report. It's for the public relations. So this is basically a form that the companies have to release to everybody in the public, their investors or anybody who wants to invest in this company. It's required by the government, the SEC. So the 10K report, it just basically reports financial performance throughout the year, their growth they had, their sales they had, the revenue they had, if they had profits, the debt, what are they planning on doing for the future years, what they did in the previous year. So it just basically gives an overview of what they did in the financial report. Basically, that's a 10K. This is probably the thing that you should take the most time looking into because it's probably one of the most important things you guys should look into when you guys are first looking to a company. And remember, we're trying to do this under 60 minutes because we're not trying to spend too much time. Remember, this usually takes about 2 or 3 hours, so we're trying to shorten it up real quick. The third thing you guys should do is look into the balance sheets. This is the most important thing you guys should do, especially under a certain amount of time. Like for instance, right now we have 60 minutes. So for the balance sheet, usually personally myself, if I'm like trying to look for a good stock in a rush, I usually try to go to their debt, and if it's at zero, for me it's perfect because there's zero debt, and then hopefully they have long-term investments and short-term investments, but they have zero debt. So let's just say a recession's coming. The recession wouldn't hurt this stock because they have zero debt, so they don't have to worry about paying that debt going through this recession. Because remember, a recession, usually people don't go out and buy certain things because they're trying to save money because some people are losing their jobs, or if they're in commission, they're not getting as much commission. So they're not selling as many products. If you guys don't sell products when you ask commission, you don't get that extra money that your job provides you for. So if it has zero debt right away, for me, it's a good stock. Remember, we're trying to do this under 60 minutes. So zero debt right away for me is like, all right, I gotta look into this stock more when I have the time for it. But right now I only have 60 minutes. So now let's look into the long-term investment, short-term investments, and what are their plans. For instance, a couple months ago, I found this stock. Ticker symbol is ALGN. This is a braces stock. When I had it, it was going through like a tough time because of China. They were going through like a little slowdown. When I looked at this stock, it had a 190 price. So this one had a zero debt. So when I looked at it, I literally just looked at the stock symbol, had 190. Today, like it closed today at 234. So I basically found this stock under 60 minutes just because I went to Google. I did this procedures. I went to Google. I looked at the 10K. I looked at the balance sheets. Then I saw that it had zero debt. So for me, that's a good investment or a good stock to start looking into a little bit more. I found the price. They didn't have as many competitors as I expected. Just recently, Smile Direct Club went IPO. Draymond Green, a famous basketball player, he's an investor for that company. But me personally, I do not think that stock or company is a threat to ALGN currently, or will be like in the next couple of years. So remember, if I would have invested in this stock, I would have won over $50 already, or around $50. just because this stock went all the way up to 280 like a couple months ago. So I found this stock under 60 minutes. I could have made a lot of money, but I didn't invest in this stock just because I was investing in Tesla at that time. So the fourth thing you should look into is if this company made profit. Usually if a stock doesn't have debt or something like that, most likely they will have profit throughout that year, just like this company had a lot of profit. The fifth thing you guys should do is look into the CEO, the last thing, and let's see how successful this CEO has been with previous companies, or what plans this CEO has for this current company, and what is he looking into, what are his plans for the near future. For me personally, I'm a long-term investor, so I usually like to hear what he has planned for the coming years. So the things that he did previous, I really don't take too much into consideration unless he made that company go bankrupt. Then that CEO for me is not really trustworthy. And that's basically it, how to look for a stock under 60 minutes. You guys should go through this, but just keep in mind that usually it takes more than 60 minutes to find a good stock. But these are some just procedures I do usually in the weekend when I have an extra hour, extra 2 hours. I try to find 1 or 2 stocks. Then I look into this company more throughout the week. But just remember, try to do these things. You guys should find some pretty good stocks, especially right now that we're in a stock market correction. So if you guys like the video, please hit the like and subscribe button, and follow me on Instagram at reels_financial.